What up, this your boy Boss, and welcome back to the channel. As always, I appreciate y'all coming through and checking out the videos, because you know the grind don't stop and we always got things to do in the fish room. So if you're new around here, take some time, hit that subscribe button and join the Boss family. But today we are going to be adding some fish to these 55-gallon aquariums back here. I know you guys remember when I set these tanks up a few videos back, but today is the day that we're going to be adding some beautiful fish to this aquarium. I've been housing these fish in my 120-gallon pond that I'm going to show you guys here in a second, and it's time for them guys to get out of there so we can move that pond and make some more room for bigger things coming. But we're going to be adding those fish to this aquarium today, and I'm also going to be giving you guys an update on the fish room because there's a lot of new things going on. We got new babies, tanks are looking good right now, so that's pretty much it. Let's get this video started. So welcome back to the channel. So today I went ahead and added all these beautiful South Americans into this aquarium right here. And I didn't want to record adding the fish in there because I just wanted to make sure I got the fish in there and it was doing good. And I just didn't want to bore you guys with that footage. So we went ahead and added in all these beautiful South Americans into this aquarium. We got these beautiful Texas cichlids, got these nice rainbows, and we have this African jewel right here, which is beautiful. Oh, look at this Jack Dempsey just right in the screen, like hello. But this tank is looking really good right now. Looking really good. So we got that Jack Dempsey, that Texas, there's another Jack back here. Now I've had all these fish for probably about 6 months, especially like this Texas cichlid right here. I got him when he was like an inch long. Same with this other one, and I didn't grow them up over like the last 6 months, and they are looking beautiful right now. Very beautiful fish. See that nice fire mouth back here. I've had him for probably about 5 or 6 months as well, and he's doing good. Same with this like Vieja, and there's another fire mouth back here. Beautiful Viejas. Really love this fish. One of my favorites to have, and that's still a little small juvenile. I haven't even started getting his color yet, but he's definitely beautiful. But I'm loving this new tank. Let me turn the aperture down a little bit so you guys can kind of see what it looks like from my perspective. But the tank is looking phenomenal. I went ahead and added in, let me fix this little sheet back here. It's kind of like all jacked up. So I went ahead and added some rocks to this driftwood. Let me turn it back down. Went ahead and added some rocks on top of this driftwood because this one in particular wasn't holding very well. So I went ahead and added a little rock there. And then I was like, you know what, we might as well just add a couple more rocks to give it some more texture. But the tank is looking dope, bro. It did release a little bit of tannins from the driftwood, but I like the tannin look a little bit. And then, you know, I can just throw some carbon and, you know, fight that tannins. But for right now, it doesn't bother me at all. Some people don't like tannins in their aquarium, but for me, it doesn't bother me at all. I'm really loving this aquarium. South American, Central American fish are one of my favorite cichlids to keep. I love the African cichlids, but it's nothing like beautiful South and Central American cichlids. I mean, just the personalities and the colors and the size that these fish get, it's just second to none. So this is probably one of my new favorite aquariums. Simple fact is I had these fish for a very long time, and you know, now I can finally get them into an aquarium where they can enjoy and love and swim and be happy, because they were in my 110-gallon pond, 120-gallon pond for probably the last few months, and they was doing fine in there. They had even a lot more room, but you know, we can't see them on the channel, and they deserve to be in the tank so that way we can see these guys. Turn the aperture back up. Beautiful Texas. I'm loving the Texas cichlids. Even that jewel is very beautiful. So this tank is going to do fine. These rainbow cichlids, hopefully we'll love to breed these rainbow cichlids. And I've seen them lay eggs before, but maybe one day I might dedicate a tank to them. But for right now, they can do just fine in this aquarium right here with these other guys. There's no fighting, none of that going on in here. I see a couple of them that got their little fins a little nipped from being in that pond probably, but you know, over the next month or so of being in this new aquarium, they will all be looking phenomenal, start getting their colors back, all their fins will start healing, being in that pond, it was a lot of rock and stuff, and all they did was just hide, and they probably scraped their fins and their faces and stuff on rocks. So that's why I try not to put too many rocks and stuff like that into like South and Central American aquariums, because they end up, you know, turn the lights on, they just scatter and they run, and they end up hitting themselves or scraping themselves and stuff like that. So try not to put too many rocks in with these type of fish, because they definitely can hurt themselves. But this tank is looking dope, bro. Super dope. So let me know in the comment section what you guys think about this aquarium. Is it a W? Do you guys think these fish are going to work together? Eventually, all these fish are going to get moved to a bigger aquarium. I do have bigger aquariums that you guys don't see all the time, but I have other fish in those aquariums that we're going to get out, and then these guys will be in there in the future. But for right now, this is a perfect size aquarium for them, and they would do just fine. There's plenty enough room. You know, all these fish coexist together. There's no fighting. You don't see any aggression, any chasing after each other, anybody fighting over territory. It's just a very peaceful aquarium, and that's why I love South and Central American cichlids. Just beautiful. Now let's talk about this aquarium over here. Now you guys know that we had a beautiful flower horn in this aquarium, but we went ahead and added in our other beautiful vieja. And you can see he got a little scrape on his forehead, and that's from being in that pond and hiding between rocks and stuff like that. So that will heal on him eventually, but that is a very beautiful fish. And I've also had this fish since I've started my fish room down here in the basement, and he is absolutely beautiful. Definitely a male. And then we got this beautiful red devil. You can see some scrapes on him, and that's also from being in the pond. But all these guys are going to be looking phenomenal over the next month or so. This guy, I've had him since he was about 2 inches, and you can see the size that this fish is putting on right now. And I believe it is a female, because there's no nuchal hump on it. Otherwise, this size, it would have a big, monstrous nuchal hump at this size. But I didn't realize how big this fish has gotten until I took it out the pond and put it in the aquarium. But this fish is every bit of, you know, I ain't got the biggest hands in the world, but every bit of, you know, 6-7 inches. Definitely nice size fish. Then we got our dovii, our female dovii that we've had for quite some time as well, and been keeping and growing out. And I'm starting to see the red devil, and that's why I want to try this tank out. And this probably is not going to be a future thing, because you know the red devils can be aggressive. You can see he's already like digging caves and things like that, and you know they might end up bullying these other fish. So we'll see how things go over the next week or two, and if not, the red devil will be getting his own aquarium, and I'll just like split the other South Americans between these two tanks, because this female dovii is not aggressive at all. Like a lot of people are like, oh, you can't have a dovii, but this female dovii is not even aggressive at all. I'm trying to get the best lighting for y'all. Not aggressive at all. So let's talk about what happened with this aquarium. So you guys remember I had our beautiful flower horn here. So about a couple nights ago, came down here, and if you guys know, I had the Hydra heater on here, and that Hydra heater has a probe on it. The probe came out the water, guys, and I came down here, and I just hate to say it because it just hurts. I'm still pretty irritated by it, but our flower horn was cooked by that Hydra heater, man. The probe came out the water, the suction came off, and it came out the water, and it cooked our flower horn. Came down here a couple nights ago, and I'm still pissed about it, to be honest, because that was one of my, if not my favorite fish in the fish room. And you guys love that fish, and it was just a beautiful fish, period. And I'm just devastated, to be honest, by it. And didn't even want to make a video and tell you guys, but you know what, I got to keep it real and honest with you guys and let you know what's going on here in the fish room. But we did lose our beautiful flower horn, and I know a lot of people that love that fish are going to be just as hurt as I am, man, because that was a beautiful fish. So you know, things happen sometimes. It's just like life. You lose things and you gain things. You know, me losing that flower horn was able to give these fish another aquarium to to live out in and do well. So I took that heater out of here. We're not going to be using that heater anymore. I just put an E-Heim in here, something that I've always used, doesn't give any problems, and that's what we're going to stick with, this E-Heim. But the fish, you know, I don't know. I'm just hurt by that. But everything else in here is doing fine in the fish room. These guys are going to be in here for a while until I figure out something else for them. Like I said, that red devil probably, it might end up being a red devil tank by itself, because I could move the VA high and the Dovai over to this tank and then leave the red devil by itself in this aquarium if I really truly wanted to, and that would work just fine. Those fish will coexist with these very well, and there's plenty enough room in there still. But man, we lost our flower horn. I'm sorry to tell you guys that, man. I'm really hurt by that. But this is the new setup, and I'm loving it. All my fish are finally into aquariums, and you can see they're swimming, they're happy, everybody's doing good. You know, it's a lot of water moving in there. Got wave makers, 2 wave makers in this one, pushing water around, so this tank is going to stay crystal clear at all times, and we wouldn't have to worry about, like, you know, the tire drain and things on the bottom. Everything gets sucked up into the filter, and this tank should stay crystal clear all the time. But let me know in the comment section what you guys think about what I just told you, and should we keep the red devil in here by himself, move those 2 over here, leave these 3 together, or leave those 2 in here and move the red devil to another aquarium? But let me know in the comment section. But for right now, this is a new situation, and that is what it is. So it sucks, but it's a part of life. It is a part of life. So we took a W, but we took a L. But we kind of took a W. Just like, you know, it's like a win-lose situation. But overall, you know, it is what it is. Let's go around and look at some more tanks down here in the fish room. Everything else down here is doing phenomenal as always. Everything is looking good. We had no more breeding activity out of our flat fextums, but I'm sure they will get back going here soon. And I want to show you guys these this one right here. You see the color this guy's starting to get? Look at all that beautiful color he's starting to get. You guys remember I got these guys a few months ago from the fish swap, and they put on some nice size. That's a nice one right here, actually, right here. This the one. Starting to get some nice color on them, some nice size. Looking very well. And these Damon eyes are huge. I'm talking about huge. These guys are every bit of 6 inches right now. Huge, huge, huge. But we do got some more babies going on in the fish room over here. These guys, turn his aperture down a little bit. These guys went ahead and had some more fries, so you can kind of see one. Well, you can't really see it, but the guppies and the swordtails had fry in this aquarium, so we got more fry of these guys. So that's always exciting. You lose fish, but you gain fish at the same time. So, you know, I really like the guppies and the swordtails, so I'm kind of glad they started to breed again, have some more babies. All our other babies are over here. These guys are going to be getting moved out because I cleaned all these tanks because they was like getting pretty bad from this light up here. It kind of gives it a lot of algae, but all our babies in here are doing good. Everything down here is fine. Still got a couple tetras in them tanks, but they be getting moved here soon. All these babies are big. If anybody wants to buy these fish, I have abundance of them. These are some zebra oblique ones and some hung eyes. If everybody wants to purchase these fish, just reach out to me and I will definitely work a deal with you, and I will sell you a deal for dirt cheap on those because everything is in-house. I'm not here to get rich off of this stuff. So if you want to pick up some of these beautiful African cichlid babies, reach out to me. I'll ship them to you. And now that I'm sitting here looking at this girl, look like she's holding again. You can get a good picture on her, but this girl right here is holding. You can see her throat. She's holding because she was holding probably a couple weeks ago, but she spit. Oh, and a hung eye, she's holding as well. You see, guys, sometimes you lose fish, but you gain so much more, you know. So we got 2 females holding, which is going to be bringing us more fry for the fish room. So I mean, you win some, you lose some, but that's just a part of life. Let's see. Let's check on. If you guys remember in the last video, we set up this beautiful Betta tank. And this tank is doing good. See if we find out a little better. Where you at, buddy? He hangs out back there. I don't know if you guys can see him, but he hangs out back there. I did see a lot of people comment saying add some floating plants, and I'll put like some type of like frog bit or something in here for him, something that he can like float and bask at the top and make a little bed. But the tank is looking good. Everything is doing fine. We haven't lost any fish. Plants haven't died back, so that's always a great thing. So you guys love this tank too. You guys really, I got a lot of response. It didn't get a lot of views, but it got a lot of positive feedback, and that's always great. Down here, let's see. This is our Shelly tank. I went ahead and put in these tiger barbs in here. And I know the people like, oh, tiger barbs, they are fin nippers. Yes, they are. But these Shellys, all they do is hide in the shells anyway, so I don't have to worry about their fins being nipped. But I went ahead and put these tiger barbs in here just to give this tank a little bit more life and to help these fish come out a little bit more, because these guys never come out there. You see, they just hang, they pop the little heads out the shells, and that's all they do. So I'm hoping that these tiger barbs can be like a dither fish for them and give them to come out. I kind of got the tiger bar scared right now, so they kind of back there in the corner. But I went ahead and added a couple little valve back there. You can see they hide back in that corkscrew valve a little bit, but hopefully these fish bring out these Shellys a little bit more, so that way we can see them more on the channel. And no breeding activity out of those yet, which I'm surprised, because you can see we got tons of pair. Like that's a pair. Every shell pretty much has a pair, but I'm not seeing any fry, unless the fry are like hiding inside the shells and they haven't brought them out yet. But hopefully we can breed these guys in the future. We'd love to breed these guys, but until that happens, that is just what it is. Our African cichlids are doing good. I went ahead and added that guy right there into this tank, our Lake Victorian. He is doing good. He was down here in this aquarium. I had revamped these two aquariums down here. He was down here with his female, but I put him up here. That's his female right here, and there he go. I put them in here to this community situation. These guys, I've been debating, should I leave these guys in this 55-gallon? Simple fact is, I don't have a lot of adult Africans, so if I put them in a bigger tank, it's going to be more fighting and more fish end up dead, because the thing about these Mabunas is they just fight and they will kill each other. But if you got them in a smaller tank, or you got them in high numbers, they would do just fine. But this tank is like perfect numbers. It's like not enough fish and it's not too many fish. And I don't have any aggression in this tank. Nobody getting killed, none of that. So I might leave them in this situation for a little bit, because it's working, you know. I've been monitoring them for the last week or so, and it's been working. No fish been getting beat up or anything like that. So I just hate that I have my filter on the outside, but it's fine. It doesn't bother me too much. And it's kind of looking like, now that I'm really paying attention, it looked like that female back there is holding, because I was wondering, get out the way, move. I was wondering why she was looking really skinny, but now that I'm looking at her, she is hit. So she has some fry, and that's gonna suck trying to catch her out of here with all these rocks and stuff. But we'll see. And her daddy, her man, is somewhere back there hiding. He's a big, beautiful red fish, Lake Victoria, that has like a rainbow color. You guys have seen him. If you watch the channel, you know exactly what fish I'm talking about. But he's back there hiding. So we got more fry there. So that's always some great things. I'm just noticing that too live right now. So, and I've been noticing like these Rusties been trying to breed a little bit. That's the Rusties right here. I've been seeing them doing some activity. You can even see these electric Buceplants kind of like playing right now, like they want to do something. Same with the Kenya. So hopefully, you know, these guys will just breed in this aquarium together. I don't have to separate them, because it's kind of hard to separate Africans and trying to breed them like in a trio, especially at this size. I'm gonna show you guys a tank here in a second that I have some Africans that are a trio that are that are breeding really well, but they're smaller. But when you get these big adults like this, they too aggressive, and the males beat up their females. So it's better to breed them in trios when they're smaller. But when they get big like this, you have to breed them in a colony situation. That's just from my experience, you know, that it works that way. So that's the little update on the Africans. Like I said, these two tanks, I revamped did a thorough cleaning on these 2 tanks. I'm going to be moving them. If you guys remember, I had put in our angelfish into this aquarium, and you might be like, where are they at? And that's the thing, you know, they hide back here behind this big boulder, and they're not reacting to this aquarium as I would like them to. So I think I'm going to just move them over here to this tank. I got them a nice piece of slate to where if they do decide to breed, they can just lay the eggs on the slate. Then I can pull that slate and move that slate to another aquarium to hatch out the eggs. So I think that's going to be a better situation for them. And I can probably just put like some little potted plants or some floating plants in here just to give them a little bit of refuge. But that is a situation here. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to be doing with this aquarium yet, but you know me, I'm always getting new fish, so always got to have tanks prepared and ready to go. So that's the update on that. All these guys up here are doing good. Definitely. Oh yeah, I don't think I showed you guys this, but if you look, let me turn the aperture down. If you look on the glass, you see all these little spots right here, right here, right here. So our mystery snails had a couple batches, and we got so many. Like when I turn the lights off and come down here, we got so many mystery snails babies in here. So that is awesome. I've been wanting to breed mystery snails for quite some time, and you know, so that way I can sell them and sell them for cheaper than the pet store has them. So we got an abundance of mystery snails in here that we are going to be raising up, and hopefully I can be having them guys on the website here soon. We still got some nice little bristlenose plecos in here as well, babies that are growing up. You can see the parents. There's a batch back here. There's a pair that hides in that cave, and there's a pair that lives over here. So I think we got like 3 pairs of bristlenose in here that are breeding pretty frequently. Just did a water change last night, so hopefully that is spawning some more breeding. You can see there's a male back there hiding, hanging out in that cave. Hopefully he's sitting on some eggs, and a big, beautiful brown bristlenose hides in there, and hopefully he's sitting on some eggs right now. So this tank is doing good. All the fish are healthy. All these guppies and these swordtails in here have had more babies, but they kind of like all up in that hornworth, so you don't really get to see them as much. Look at this tank from this. Just had to look back over it, keep catching my eye. But it's looking really, really good. Exactly what I wanted to do. Breed swordtails, mollies, plecos, and mystery snails. And that's exactly what it's doing in here. Same thing with that guppy tank down there. I want to get another type of mystery snail and some different type of bristlenose to go in there. And that tank will be pretty much similar to this one. It'll just be like a big old colony breed. Let's check out our bass. Look at this little bassy bass. The bass is doing good. And as you can see, did a nice cleaning on his tank. He is looking really happy. This thing, Lotus, is finally starting to grow a little bit. This dwarf aquarium lily is finally starting to take off. And there's a bunch of like random little plants in here. You might see some cribs, you might see some vow, you might see new sprouts growing up here and there. It's just random plants. Like that little small plant right there, or that little one back there that's growing tall. It's just random stuff that I threw in here. Like this crib right here is starting to take off really well. And I don't dose this aquarium or nothing. If you guys remember, this is a dirted substrate tank right here. So we got dirt, sand, gravel, and so plants just do what they do. I don't fertilize. I just keep up with my maintenances, water changes, and things like that, and it's thriving. The rest of the fish in here, I can't find them right now. They're hiding like always. But we got the bicer in there, and we got the clown knife in there. But everybody in here is doing good. Can't wait till this guy get a little bit bigger. Get him into a new aquarium. Let's see. This is the pea puffer tank is doing good. See, I do have floating plants, and you see it starting to propagate. You see all these new little small ones are propagating. So I'll probably just take the bigger ones out of here and put that down there in that Betta tank, and then let it just keep propagating and do what it do. But this tank is doing good. All the plants growing in, and it's working. And it's working. Not seeing none of the fin nipping no more. All these guys are just coexisting together. I've been getting a lot of messages from people asking about different things about the pea puffers. I don't know everything, guys. My channel is not a place where I'm going to be sitting here telling you guys, oh, I do this, do that, or do that. I don't know everything. I learn just as much as you guys do. So I don't know the answers to everything. Let me change this lighting a little bit. But this tank is doing good as well. So just watch my videos, guys, and you can learn from things that I do. Take something. If you like it, take it. If you don't, move on. You know, I'm not here to tell you do it this way, do it this way. You know, this is just how I do and how I keep my fish. And if you like the way I keep my fish and you want to try it, go about doing it. But our dishes in here are doing good. Pearl gouramis. I know somebody come like, don't put pearl gouramis in with the discus. They look absolutely phenomenal in this tank. Like, come on now. Let me turn the aperture down. We can see these fish a little bit better. Everybody's hiding right now. I just turned the lights on not too long ago, so all of the blue discs, they're hiding back there. You can kind of see one, but they're so dark. Let me turn it back. Yeah, there you go. Now you can see them back there hiding. Looking good. As far as all these empty spaces, we are going to be getting, actually today I'm going to be going out and picking up all the rest of these tanks. So you guys will be seeing that in the next video, so stay tuned for that one. We'll be almost done completing this fish room, man. It's a lot more work to be done, and that you guys will enjoy the final product. Over here we got our beautiful 10-gallon rack that we had recently set up for the people that's new to the channel. This rack is beautiful and definitely my favorite piece of the fish room right now. But all these fish are doing good. We got some new plants in the fish room actually, and I want to actually talk about that, and we're just going to do it live while I'm here. I had these plants sent to me. This is a Anubias here. We have some Anubias Nana, and then another, I think that's a broadleaf right here. So these were sent to me by a company called BUCEPLANT. And if you guys want, let me see if I can find some good lighting for them. By BUCEPLANT. So if you guys want to get in touch with them, the lighting is back. If you guys want to get in touch with them, there's all the information right here. They hook your boy up. You can follow them on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. And this is their like DOA policy. But shout out to BUCEPLANT, man. I will leave all the information down in the description. But they went ahead and sent me these Anubias to try out in the fish room. But right now I just got them in here. And like these are like my plant storage tanks, you know, because I got this really good lighting on them. So we're gonna be putting those on different scapes. I'm not exactly sure what I want to do. I might put some of them in that South American tank on that driftwood and maybe glue some of these pieces down and see how that looks. But I don't know. But shout out to them if you guys want to purchase them. Go check their website out. Go tap in with them. They got some awesome plants. I really like this one though. That looks really good. But I will be planting them, and I'll give you guys an update on those as things mature around here. But beautiful plants, nevertheless. Over here though, our beautiful, where's she at? Well, never mind. She in here. Oh, she right here. She went ahead and dropped some fry last night. So we got, I counted, it's gonna be really hard to see the fry. Let me see. Yeah, it's gonna be really hard to see the fry. But you guys see them nevertheless. And then she had about 40 of them last night. So you see how skinny she is right now. So she need to start eating again. So we had about 40 of these last night. And there's tons of them in here. So I'm super happy about that. Because I did lose my male, and I was praying that she was hit before, you know, he died, but she definitely was. So we got fry everywhere. You can see him just swimming around everywhere. She didn't eat not one of them. I sat here and watched her give birth, and it was pretty dope. So we got more fry of those in the fish room. So like I said, we lose things, but we gain things at the same time. Just a part of life. These guys always got new fry. I am going to be pulling out the fry out of these tanks. I need to take some time and go through and pull all the fry out and take them over to the 2.5s. So that way I can force feed these guys with brine shrimp and get them to grow a lot faster. Everything is doing good. I haven't had any new fry to these swordtails in here, but I'm sure in time that will happen. These guys, same, nothing yet, but it's still very beautiful fish. But I don't see it being too much longer, probably another few weeks or so, and they will be having a bunch of fry. I can't wait to get fry of these. I wonder what they're gonna look like. Like the fry, are they gonna come out like, what color they're gonna come out? They might come out like a white, or I don't know, we'll see. This is the whole part about it. Look at these guys in here. Julie Corys. I really want to learn how to breed Corys. I might take some time and really do some research. And if you guys have any suggestions on how to breed Corys, let me know. Never bred Corys before, but I think they're awesome fish that I would love to breed in the fish room as well. But this Dumbo ear tank is doing good. And all these fish are for sale. I'm gonna just let you guys know. Everything in my fish room is for sale. So if you see anything down here that you want, all you can do is just reach out to me and offer me a price on them. And I would just tell you what I'm charging for these fish. But all these fish are for sale. Beautiful. These guys are beautiful as well. And over here, our Africans, as you can see, we got a nice female she's holding right here. And that's what I was telling you guys about. When these Africans are small like this, like 2 inches, you know, they breed very well in a trio situation. The male's in the back, but these are the 2 females right here. And you can see she's holding right now. And that is just the beauty of having smaller Africans. You can put them in a 10-gallon. They will breed just fine and do just fine. You don't have to worry about the males beating up the females, because these females look fine. He's not chasing them around. But once he get bigger, he's going to become more of a bullier. So it's just not going to work anymore. I'm going to have to breed the fry, or maybe breed these bigger females with a smaller male. You know what I'm saying? But that's how it works. And then you can see I got a filter on this tank. And one thing I'm noticing that I've noticed over the years is the more flow you have in your aquarium, the more algae. So you can see this tank got algae, but none of these other tanks got algae. And they're under the same light. It's the same light. No algae under those tanks, but this tank got algae. And that is because more flow means more algae. You know, all these tanks are ran off sponge filter. This one has a filter that's pushing more flow, as you can see, and we have more algae. So that is a little pro tip that I've learned over the years, is the more flow you have in your aquarium, the more algae you are going to have. It's just a fact. You know, just think about the river or streams and lakes. You know, they have algae because they have fast moving water. But you go to somewhere where there's no very limited water movement, and the water is crystal clear, no algae. It's just, you know, it's all ecosystem. That's the whole thing about keeping fish, is that ecosystem. These guys are doing good as well. Still need to get some fish for down here. You got these 3 tanks open, but I can always do some Friday here to grow them out. But I kind of want to get some other stuff to breed. This tank needs open. This tank is housing our Carbensi pair, and then they haven't had any more fry yet, but I'm sure it's not going to take long for them to do that. And over here, we went ahead and put our 72-gallon right here. You know, guys know I've had this tank for quite some time, and that's what I was saying about these South Americans. You know, if they get to the point where they just too big for this tank, look at them just out swimming. You can even see that. The red devil is beautiful, man. I've kept red devils my whole life. That was the first fish I've ever kept, was a red devils and convict cichlids. And I haven't seen a red devil look that good in a long time, but these guys are doing good. So like I was saying, you know, they can always come out of this aquarium and go over to the 72-gallon over here, and it would just work just fine. But I still need to reconstruct this stand and get it a lot more sturdier, and I'll paint it. And this is going to be a beautiful little nice tank right here. It's for more bigger fish, because we're going to start bringing in some bigger things to quarantine to sell. So I can always use this tank to quarantine bigger fish. So we'll see how things play out over time. Take you guys over here. We got a new tank, right? Well, it's not new. I already had this tank, but we set it up right here, and you guys never seen none of this. Well, you guys have, but I don't show it, so you know, you just don't see it. But I had cleared out this whole space right here, because we're gonna be putting our 120-gallon aquarium right here, and we got this 36 bowl front. And I was gonna put the red devil in here, but I'm like, that's a small tank. So this tank is currently empty right now, and the lights is off and stuff like that. But we'll be adding some fish to this tank. And I kind of just wanted a tank, so when I'm walking through here, you know, you can just be like, oh, it's a beautiful tank right here in your face. And then we're gonna have it 120-gallon over here. I'm gonna be moving that today, sometime today or tomorrow. The 120 is gonna be moved in right here. And then you can see over here, we got our ponds. This is the pond that all those South Americans were living in. And I think there still is some Pictus cats in here. Yeah, there they go. I couldn't catch them out, but we still got some pictus cats in here, and I'm gonna get them guys out of here. Then I gotta get this thing fully drained, take all this out. I gotta move this pond, and then over here we got our turtle pond that is currently housing all these plants. This is like my catch-all plant and decoration tub right here, but we got guppy fry everywhere in here, and our turtle is in here hiding somewhere. Look at all these guppy fry and just guppies, period. So this is also going to be getting moved as well. This whole side of this fish room, and it's dark over here, so all this is going to be getting moved because something major is sitting right here. But you guys are going to have to watch the rest of my videos to see what's coming on, because you're not going to want to miss this. I'm telling you, this is the biggest thing that I'm going to do in my fish room, so you're not going to want to miss these videos. So right here we got our Exodon tank that's currently sitting here for right now, but this is going to be getting moved as well. And then over here we have all our monsters that are getting out of here. These guys are getting a new home. So, oh, and we picked up this new bass. I forgot to tell you guys that. Picked up this awesome new peacock bass. So let me know in the comments, what should we name our new peacock bass? I've had him for probably about a week or two. I think I talked about other videos, but I had him for quite some time now. Beautiful fish. Can't wait to get him all these fish into their new homes. Like, you guys are going to be so happy with what I'm doing. Like, you're just going to be ecstatic. All these monsters will finally be able to get the proper home that they deserve. But it's just a lot of work to get to that point. I got to move this tank, move these, move all this, and it will be set up eventually. But you just got to stay tuned for that video. But everything else down here in the fish room is doing good. That's the only bad news we got, is we lost our flower horn. This dude right here want to dig holes, so I might just end up taking these rocks out of here, because he gonna dig them, the rocks gonna fall over, hurt him, or break my glass. So probably gonna take these big old rocks out of here, because you see what he wants to do, or she wants to do right now. But let me know in the comment section, did we take a W on this tank, or did we take a L? I think we took a W.
This is a Chucky Beat production.
You're listening to Redneck.
The fish room's coming together, man. Sometimes I just sit here. I'm gonna show you guys something. Sometimes I just sit right here, y'all, and I just be like looking at my fish. You can see everything from my point of view. Just sit right here. I just watch the Africans swim, watch the fish, or I'll swivel. Now that I got these guys over here, I can swivel, come sit right here. Look at those mounds they built over there. It's crazy fish, man. Red Devils, the only fish I know, they just make their own home. They don't care. They just gonna make their own home. You can make the tank all pretty and nice, or they still gonna. That's why I got a wave maker in there. I just sit right here. I just look at my fish, y'all. I just be in a zen, bro. Not even gonna lie. Just catching the vibe. Just catching the vibe, man. Just catching the vibe. Oh, you set our blue ones out a little bit. And he went back into hide. Definitely going to be getting a new camera here soon. That way we can get better video quality of these fish, because this camera does this fish room and these fish no justice of how this thing looks in person. These tanks and these fish look absolutely phenomenal in person. It's just that the camera doesn't show us, so I'm definitely going to be upgrading my camera quality so you guys can see these fish in better. Man, I love this tank right here. I just love all my fish, man. I swear I do. Love all my fish. Our shrimp down here. Let's see what these guys are on. I haven't checked on them in a while. I can barely see them, but you guys see we got tons of little shrimp swimming about. Probably move these guys out of here though. I need to use this tank to grow out some babies. and I might move them up here to like one of these tanks up here, and let them just do their thing in these 2.5. Look at them convicts down there, breeding, chasing each other. And I can use this tank for another grow out for some smaller fry and stuff like that. So I'll probably move them out of here because, you know, they're not reproducing like that, like I would want them to, because I'm not a shrimp expert. So I don't know everything about fish. I don't know everything, you know, I'm still learning. I watch other people. I'm always educating myself, and, you know, I make mistakes and you learn from them. So why does it look like she holding? Hold on. It kind of looked like she holding. Yeah, she is. So who's the male? Him? I had these fish forever, and I've been trying to figure out, is they gonna ever breed? And it looked like they did. She's definitely holding. We got Williamson blue lip fry. Come on, man. It's a beautiful thing. You just never know what's gonna be changed and happen in the fish room. But overall, fish room was doing good, man. Really happy with everything. So make sure you guys stay tapped in with the future video because it's about to be lit. Pretty much it for today's content, man. Just wanted to show you guys me adding the fish into the aquarium. I didn't want to record like the process of moving them because I just wanted to make sure I got them in there. It wasn't stressed out. It was doing good, because sometimes when you're filming things can go wrong. So it's just get it out the way, and then I can give you guys an update and show them the tanks, stuff like that. So I hope you guys enjoyed that footage and the update of the fish room. We definitely had some bad news in the fish room, but we had a lot of other great things going on, as you guys can see. So, you know, we just got to keep moving forward, and the grind don't stop, and we gonna keep taking care of our fish and doing the right things. Just sometimes mistakes happen and things happen. It's just a part of life. So that's gonna be pretty much it for the content, man. Make sure you guys got your post notifications on, man. These next few videos are going to be one of the biggest bangers on my channel to date that I have done. So you guys are not going to want to miss these next upcoming videos, because it's going to be the biggest videos I've done on my channel. So if you're new around here, make sure you guys subscribe to this channel. Make sure you guys turn on your post notifications, and like this video if you guys learned something today. If you enjoyed seeing the fish room, if you enjoyed seeing all the fish, hit that like button. Let's get this video to like 500 likes. I know it's kind of hard to like the video. I know a lot of people watch me. I watch YouTube videos and don't like them because you're not thinking about it. But take some time, hit that like button. It helps the algorithm. It helps YouTube know that we're doing some dope stuff over here, and they will share our videos out to more people. That way we can grow our boss family more. So shout out to them. Oh yeah, shout out to Booth. You can see that's what he sent me some Anubias, 3 different type of Anubias. So shout out to them for sending me that stuff. They hooked me up with a little sticker too. I think I got a sticker in my pocket. Yeah, nice little sticker. So shout out to them. I will leave their information down in the description below if you want to check out them. They're pretty much a sponsor for today's video. I appreciate the plants and the fast shipping. That was pretty awesome, man. So that's gonna be pretty much it. Like I said, stay tapped in. You're not gonna want to miss the next few videos. So keep your post notifications on and stay tuned, because it's about to be lit. The other side of the fish room is going to get a major upgrade, and that's how I just told you guys, and it's about to be amazing. And I'm just done talking. I've been talking for like 30 minutes now. So I will catch you guys in my next video. I'm out of here.